back, Awakening Beauties. So good to have you with me today. If this is your first time joining my channel, I give you a hearty welcome. If you've clicked on this channel for the first time, it's because there's something in the title, which I've yet to name, that intrigued you. But I just want you to know that my channel is sort of the intersection of fashion, beauty, health, and spirituality. I love fashion. I love beauty. I am a fashion designer by trade. I love curating my wardrobe, and my tastes change throughout time. I'm 51 years old. My body has changed. My taste has changed. So I'm constantly evolving. I'm not really sure how to frame this video because it's going to be sort of a few different things. Right now I have no makeup on, and I went out and I bought some new makeup at Target. We were at Target the other night and I purchased a few things that I want to try out for the first time. But really, what I'm thinking about right now is I hate the Sephora sale. Hate is a very powerful word, but I tell you, between all the beauty channels that I follow, and maybe that you follow too, I have seen no less than a dozen videos in the past week all about the Sephora sale. And I just sort of want to talk about that. Maybe we'll talk about that as I'm getting ready. I'm going to be putting on makeup. Sometimes it's hard for me to do two things at once when I'm trying to focus on my makeup. But the thing is, I am sort of sick of consumerism. Last year I did a no-buy year. And by doing a no-buy year, it really has shed a light on what these beauty influencers, what their job is. And I just realized that they are just advertisements. You may as well just be sitting watching regular cable TV, watching ads all day long. And yes, they give in-depth reviews, and it's very helpful to see the products that they're reviewing, how it wears on them, especially if they do follow-ups about wear tests and whether the makeup broke up over time, whether it had staying power, what their skin type is. And yes, all of that is very helpful. And I hope that I give helpful information to you guys as well. But gosh, it just seems like everybody is an advertisement right now. And I am in a situation where I can't buy anything at the Sephora sale. And even if I could, I'm not a Rouge level. You have to spend $1,000 to be a Rouge level. And I'm not a Rouge level. So at best, on non-Sephora brands, I'm only going to get 10% off. Whoop-de-doo. I can go to the actual websites of the different brands and sign up for their emails and get 10% off anytime I want it. And if you're following those brands and subscribe to their newsletters or whatever, their sales events, then you'll definitely get more off if you just go that route. So only getting 10% off. Now the Sephora products, you can get 30% off, but there's not that many in the Sephora line that I'm even interested in. So am I buying anything at the Sephora sale? No. And should you? I don't know. I'm not in charge of your finances, so I don't know. But everybody's saying, oh, this is a good time to get this. This is a good time to get that. Well, if you are not a Rouge level getting 20% off, it's not a good time because 10% off really doesn't add up to very much unless it's something you use day in, day out, and you are down to this much of your product. Then get your 10% off, I suppose. So anyways, I'm trying to rein in my spending. I've done a lot of confessionals this year about how hard it's been, that I've gone on some spending benders. I've overspent. I've gone past my budget that I set up for my low buy year for 2024. And so now I'm sort of, even though I did buy some products at Target the other night, I can't buy anything. I don't know, for this foreseeable future because I'm getting ready to go on a trip with my husband. We're going to be celebrating our 30th wedding anniversary here in a few weeks. So I just booked us a trip yesterday. Anyways, I'm not going to talk about that right now because I'm sure I'm going to talk about it in an upcoming video. So you're just going to have to subscribe. Just going to have to subscribe to see what that trip is going to be. Anyways, let's talk about the products that I picked up. So I've been using, it was my no-buy year last year, so I've been using a Physicians Formula bronzer, and I hit pan a while back. I use this every day. So I wanted to replace this with something else as I'm getting low on this product. So I got the L'Oreal Infallible Bronzer in the shade 250 Light. So I'm excited to try this out. I always hear good things about that product. I'm getting low on my brow products, so I picked up the NYX Micro Brow. I don't think this is the one that I had last year. I did have one from NYX, but maybe it was this one. Maybe I got the exact same thing. I don't know. You know, it's springtime and I want a softer look. And so I've been wanting more browns. I've been wearing more neutral colors and browns. So I do love a liquid eyeliner. So I picked up this one from NYX, Epic Wear Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. We'll see what it's like, but this is in the color brown also. I'm super into brown. Oh, and I picked up the brow glue in the color taupe. I don't know if this color is going to be too light for me, but this is obviously for your brows. And I ran out of my tinted brow gel that I had last year, and I replaced it with the clear Milani Brow, and I'm just not absolutely in love with that product. So I figured I would pick this up and try it out. And then I've been trying every single, I feel like, mascara brand out there. So I got this e.l.f. Lash It Loud. It's a volumizing mascara, and I got it, well, I wanted a brown mascara, so I got it in brown. And then the last thing that I got is from LA Girl. It's the Pro Conceal. It's a color corrector. I picked up a color corrector from Milani, and I'm liking it. I just feel like it does. I want to see if this gives a little more coverage. I want to kind of compare the two of them, although I'm liking this. And this was, Milani was my first color corrector that I ever tried. So I want to try this one from LA Girl that for a drugstore has gotten good reviews. The rest of the makeup is stuff that I already have and that you've probably seen before. So I'm going to start with, actually I'm going to start with a little bit of face primer. I'm going to use the Ulta brand face primer because I feel like I'm having a lot of texture. This is the poreless face primer. So I feel like I've been having, I don't know, maybe I'm just being super critical, but more texture, like bigger pores around my nose. So I just kind of want to fill in some of that. And this is just really nice. It's very blurring and makeup goes on really nice over it. But I do tend to be really dry, like around my mouth and up here in my eyes. So I am going to go ahead and put I only have this one eye cream. I've been doing this as part of my makeup routine. So after I let my skincare just settle in for, 15 minutes or longer as I'm getting ready in the morning. And then when I actually go to put on my makeup, I do put on my eye cream just to give my eye area a little extra hydration. When you have very dry skin, or as you get a little bit older, you get a little more dry around your eyes. So, giving that area a little more love and a little more hydration just helps your makeup to set a little better. So I am going to use this hydrating primer also from e.l.f. I've been just sort of using it because I tend to get like dry patches throughout the day right in here. This is where I really tend to get dry patches. I do get it a little bit in here as well. It's weird. Places where people are normally oily, I seem to be dry. But I get little dry patches right up in here also during the day. So I've just been sort of giving these areas a little extra hydration. So I've been really loving this Bosma foundation stick. I'm in the color 35. I will list everything in the description box in case you're interested in any of the products that I'm putting on today. But listen, there is no pressure to buy. In fact, I only have an affiliate link for Amazon because everybody else has denied me because my channel's not big enough. which I get, it's totally fine. But anyways, this is a beautiful stick foundation if you're looking for something. I just find this to be so quick and easy when I'm getting ready in the morning, and that's what I'm looking for. I work full time, so I am looking for things in the morning to help me to get ready really quick. That's the other thing that sort of bothers me about beauty influencers, because they are not, this is their job. And not that this isn't a hard job, but all the steps that they're taking and all the things that they're doing, I mean, and you're only seeing a small portion of, I'm just gonna stop right here. I have to stop myself because I know I'm on a rant today. I know I'm in a mood today. But I think you will agree with me. I think I am speaking for the masses because I am a woman who's 51 years old. I work my butt off full time. I don't have time for a 20-step makeup approach. I would love to. I would love to spend an hour and a half every day just on my makeup. But it's, for my life, it's not feasible. It's not possible. And so I also don't have $1,000 every month to spend on beauty products. I wish that I did, but I don't. And this is real life. I think that there are a lot of influencers who are really out of touch with the average person and what the average person goes through and what we can afford. So I'm not ever here to sell you anything, to push any products on you. I will give you the information, and it's up to you whether you want to buy those products or not. And I don't think that you should buy 99% of the products that you see on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok or anywhere else. So this is like one layer of this. If I want more coverage, I can go in, like on my nose, I feel like I need a little more coverage. Might hit that with some concealer as well. I just want to build this up. I want a little bit more coverage than this. And I'm gonna just use my sponge this time and see if I can get more coverage like this. So how do you feel? Are you going to be buying anything at the Sephora sale? Are you excited about the Sephora sale? Have you been waiting all year for the Sephora sale? I was excited for it. I was excited for it back at the beginning of March when I thought, oh, the Sephora sale is coming. And I was thinking that I was going to get 20% off. Now, I really didn't pay attention to the Sephora sale that much last year because I couldn't buy anything. It was my no-buy year. But when I realized I don't have enough points or I don't spend enough money to get 20% off, that I'd only be getting 10% off, I said, well, phooey on you. I ain't buying anything because 10% is nothing. Like I said, I can go to the website of whatever products it is I like, and I can sign up for their emails and get 10% off anytime I want to. So it's not a good time to stock up. I'm just saying, it's not a good time to stock up. Ignore it. Ignore the hype. I'm not usually this wound up. So I have a feeling this LA Girl Pro Conceal is going to have a sponge. Are you going to have, let's see, let's make a bet in my head. Is it going to have, it's 50-50. I don't like a sponge tip. Are you going to have, you don't have a sponge tip. Well, there's a plus for you already. All right, I'm just gonna squeeze a little bit out and see what, oh, it's a little brush. It's a little brush. Do I like the little brush? I don't know. I'm gonna have to try it out. So looking at the consistency on the back of my hand, it's very dark, very dark. How's that gonna look? I don't know. Let's find out. Yeah, that's a lot darker. Let's see. Let me just show you the Milani. Let's compare them. And the Milani is the color Melon, much lighter in color. You can see this is the LA Girl and this is the Milani. Ooh, I don't know. This might be too dark. Too dark. Yeah, this is really dark. Do not like it. Do not like it. Oh, it's too dark. It's too dark. This was the lightest color though that I saw in their color correcting line. But maybe once I blend it out, and I am gonna put, I am gonna put concealer over top of it So the thing was kind of feeling like about the Milani was that it wasn't really covering all of the blue that I was trying to get it to cover. Oh my God. But this is just like orange. This is orange. Oh, what a disappointment. I think you would have to have much darker skin than me for this to work. Oof, oof. Couple of things. I definitely probably put too much on, which is what I tend to do. I tend to go overboard the first time. Oof, wow. I'm definitely gonna have to come in and correct all of that orangeness with a concealer. All right, which isn't a problem. It's not a problem. I think I'm just gonna use the Maybelline Instant Age Eraser, and see, I removed the sponge tip. I don't like sponge tips. Let's go ahead and just apply this with my IT Cosmetics brush. Let's see if we can tone it down. But I'm gonna have to tone it down all the way around, which I don't normally like to put my concealer this far down, but we have to blend it out. So what would I have bought if I had 20% off and I had money? Well, I have a list. I mean, just in my, I have like $600 in my cart right now. Yeah, you heard that right. It's easy to get $600 in your cart. One of the things I would have bought is every color of the Fenty eyeshadow sticks. I mean, they just look freaking amazing. Those eyeshadow sticks look gorgeous. And I love eyeshadow sticks. I would wear them probably every day if I had all the colors. I also really wanted to get like some of the Bobbi Brown eyeshadow sticks and the Laura Mercier eyeshadow sticks. So I'm on an eyeshadow stick kick. I love it because it's fast. It's fast. And if it's a good quality, creamy, and I know those 3 brands are because I tested them out in the store, and they just blend and they stay put. Okay, thoughts. Now that I've put my concealer over top of it, it did blend out that dark orange. Has it hidden the blue under my eyes? I feel like it has. I can still see a little bit right in here, which, you know, I don't know. I don't know what I did wrong. But anyways, I can still see a little bit of it. But I've gotten to an age where I am not such a harsh critic of my face and my features anymore, and I can live with a little bit of the blue showing through. I don't have to have a perfect skin. I don't have to have a perfect face, and neither do you. And that's the thing that gets me about all of these products that are getting pushed on us all the time, that we are so imperfect and we have so many imperfections. And some of them, I'm like, what are you even talking about? You know, you have lines in your lips, you have this, you have that. I'm like, maybe you do, but it's so imperceptible to everybody else. And it's just, I think what's happening too is people are getting so much work done on their faces and so many fillers. I don't have any fillers. I don't have any Botox. Have never done those things. If you want to do those things and it makes you feel more beautiful and better about yourself, then please, you know, feel free to do anything you want to your face. But it seems like everybody is starting to look alike, and everybody is going for the same kind of aesthetic. And I love uniqueness in facial features. I don't want to look like everybody else. So, I mean, I'm not going to. So I'm just saying this. I don't even know why I'm saying this. I think we need to embrace our uniqueness and not all try to have the Kardashian lips. So I'm just going to put a little bit of eyeshadow primer on. I've got the Milani eyeshadow primer. Why are we all trying to look the same? We are all different and unique and beautiful in our own ways, and we should embrace that. My lips are getting thinner. I'm getting older. My eyes are getting more hooded. I'm getting older. my jowls. A lot of things are changing, but I'm really working hard on embracing that change and not fighting against it. All right, I'm gonna use my Givenchy Prisma Libre. I have the color Satin Blanc. I'm gonna just start with a little Real Techniques brush to pat it in. I'm gonna get my eyes. I find this helps your eye makeup go on a little nicer, a little smoother if you powder. Okay, gonna bring a little bit up here. This is like a little filter, I tell you. You put this stuff on and it just smooths out your skin. I love this stuff. You stop right there for now. I want to try out this bronzer. Oh, did I bring a blush in here? I don't think I did. Hold on, I gotta go get a blush. Somebody snuck in here when I went to get a blush. I've been not letting Miss Zoe, my dog, in while I'm filming because she makes so much noise. And I love her, but she makes a lot of noise. So anyways, we'll see how quiet she is. All right, so I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Bronzer in the color Light. There she goes. Oh, this is nice. I didn't realize it has a little mirror on the inside. That's a nice little touch. So comparing these two colors, it does look like the Physicians Formula is a little darker than the L'Oreal. And the Physicians Formula, I don't know, it has like a little bit of, I don't want to say sparkle, but a little bit of like a satin finish, I would say. And this looks a little more matte. So we'll see. And sometimes I do feel like that Physicians Formula is a little dark on me, especially right now when I'm just so fair. So this is nice. It's definitely more fair than the Physicians Formula, this shade, but it's got a really nice, very nice matte texture, like very smooth, I would say, kind of a silky. It feels kind of, yeah, it feels very silky. Yeah, I'm just feeling it in the pan and it feels very silky. Okay, so it's just giving me a little bit of color, which is really nice because I've been sort of feeling like this Physicians Formula, this shade, has been a little bit too dark, you know, but I do like it if I'm trying to get like looking like I'm suntanned. But this is just giving just that slight bit of warmth back into my face. I like that. I like that color. I like it a lot. The other things, maybe I'll go ahead and do my brows. Let's go ahead and do brows before we do the eyeshadow. I'm gonna laugh if this is the exact same eyebrow pencil that I had last year. It might be though. I think it is. I think it is. But I liked it. I used it up. I used it up before I used up my other one that I still have. So not a problem. But I think I got a lighter color this time. I got taupe. Yeah, that's really light. Maybe too light. But maybe not. Because sometimes I feel like I have two other eyebrow pencils that I'm using up. One is Anastasia Beverly Hills. And the other one is e.l.f. I gotta concentrate. But sometimes I feel like those are a little dark, especially the Anastasia Beverly Hills. So this is lighter. It's probably closer to my color. I like what it's doing here. I like the color that I'm getting here. It's very soft. It's a little warm. It just looks, I think it softens my face. I think the Anastasia color that I got is just a little too dark. And this color is very nice. This is a good color for me, I think. I don't know how it's showing on camera. So I'm gonna go ahead with the brow glue. Let's check that out as well. It's not like I have terribly unruly eyebrows, but what I like about with the color is, you know, that it does add a little thickness to the look of my brows. I'm gonna test it out on the back of my hand. I swear nothing's happening on the back of my hand. Maybe it's not for hands, maybe it's for eyebrows. I like that. We'll see how it wears. If it gets to feeling crunchy after it dries. It does feel a little stickier, I would say, than I think the other one I had was Milani, and the one I have now is Milani, and maybe the other one, it was Elf, it was the Brow Wow. And I really liked that one, but I wanted to try this one out from NYX. Okay, just gonna let that sort of dry. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with my Natasha Denona, I Need a Nude, just because I'm looking for a quick, simple. Okay, she wants out of the room. I told you you didn't want to be in here. Go on. What am I hearing outside? Maybe that's what she's hearing too. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with this fair color just to sort of coat the lid. But you know, looking at all of the makeup palettes that are out, and there's so many neutral palettes out right now, and I love a neutral palette. But I have a neutral palette. Basically, I got this. I don't need another neutral palette. There was a Milani palette that I really wanted, and my husband sort of made me feel guilty. Because he was like, how much are you buying? How much makeup are you buying? And I was just like, I don't know. I just wanted some of these things, so I put it back. So that's why I'm using this palette. I was trying to do a full face of new makeup, and I felt so guilty. So I'm gonna use the color Mesh just to do my crease. I was feeling so guilty standing there in Target with a basket full of makeup that I put some things back. Because we are on a budget, we have goals. And I've been stress spending lately, just trying to make myself feel a little bit better about life. All right, I'm gonna take the color Vague, which is this color right here. And I've talked about this in other videos and how I've been overspending. And it's because of stress, just trying to distract myself from the problems in life. And that's what we do. That's what we do. I think just about everybody does that, whether it's food or spending, and probably a combination of both for most people. And I swear the system is set up that way. And now YouTube and TikTok have just become advertisers for all these products that we don't need. So I kept this little Urban Decay single pot color in the color Scratch. And I don't even know if they make it anymore, because I find that all of these toppers in here, these shimmers, are basically toppers, that they don't have the heft that I want in my shimmers. So I'm gonna use this color. Look how beautiful that is. Yeah. Although these toppers, like the pink one that's in here, Mia, is absolutely beautiful. And I may put it on over top of this. Hopefully this is not getting all over the rest of my face. I'm getting a little bit of fallout, I can see. But how gorgeous is that? That is so gorgeous. So now I just need to maybe deepen up the crease a little more. So I'm going to go in with Tender, this color right here. But when it comes to eyeshadow palettes, you know, you have to think about what is realistic. For most people's lifestyle, what is realistic that you're going to wear, and not just wear once, that you're gonna wear, you're gonna get the use out of it, that you're going to enjoy it, that it's gonna be something that you turn to time and time again. And how many eyeshadow palettes do we need? I don't feel like I need any more eyeshadow palettes, but the eyeshadow sticks I would get a lot of wear out of. And I know that because I have eyeshadow sticks from Thrive that I've used for years, and almost on a daily basis. So I'm just taking the color Stone here and just creating a little shadow under my eye with that. Just adds a little bit of depth to your eye. And this is it. I think this is the look. This is the look I wanted. This is the simple, very pretty look that I wanted. And I'm sort of done, right? With my eyeshadow. Just gonna leave it there. But I am excited to use, I do like a liquid liner. So I've always used black liquid liners, but I wanted to try a brown liquid liner because it's a little softer, a little gentler, a little more delicate, a little better for summer and spring. We're in spring. It feels like summer. I live in South Florida. Let's see. Well, right away, that's a pretty thick line, and it's pretty dark for a brown. It's not as light as I had hoped it would be. And because it's not like a felt tip pen, it's like a brush, this is going to be a little challenging. So I'm not going to be able to talk during this process. Looking at my eye up close, I can really see that color corrector in the corner of my eye. But I don't know how to fix it without screwing up the rest of my makeup around it. So I have to leave it like that. This is the moment where you feel like you've screwed the whole thing up. Maybe I can save it with a regular, I brought in my regular brown eyeliner, just in case. Glad that I did. Got a little bit more of a cat eye going than I wanted. I wanted a little, something a little bit less dramatic. Not that it's terribly dramatic, but it's, I can't rub it off. I wonder if I can rub it off with water. Nope. Wow, it's not going anywhere. This is a wet towel. I've been rubbing and rubbing and rubbing, and it's still a little bit there. Wow, okay, it's not going anywhere. You don't have a lot of time to play with this. It's sort of like where it goes down, unless you wipe it away right away, it's gonna be there. But okay, I'm gonna stop there. Again, I'm not in for perfection. And so like something like this would not be morning friendly for me because it requires too much attention to it. So that's gonna be out for my quick morning getting ready, I have a feeling. Now, how are the eyebrows feeling? They feel okay, not too sticky. For my blush, I'm gonna use my Rare Beauty Liquid Pinch Blush in the color Hope. So I'm gonna be really careful. Look, I only put one dot. I'm gonna be really, really careful. I'm gonna really blend this out on the back of my hands because I don't want it to be too bright. That's what it looks like on the back of my hand. So beautiful. Might need a little more. I might have just done it properly this time and not gone ham on my blush. Sometimes it gets too bright and then I have to tone it back down with a sponge or some powder. I like that. I'm gonna stop right there with it. Not gonna get too bright. Now sometimes on camera, color doesn't show up as bright as it is in real life. In real life, this is very subtle, very pretty. I do feel like I need a little bit more powder, so I am gonna go back in and kind of touch up some areas with my powder. I'm gonna use my triangle sponge this time. See if I can get that color corrector to tone down. And maybe I'm mad. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I came in hot with all of my criticism of beauty influencers in the Sephora sale. It's frustrating. I want these things, but I can't afford these things. So I have to be happy and content with what I have, which I am. I still want things. And I don't want things. Tomorrow's the solar eclipse, so this will go up after the solar eclipse. Are you guys looking forward to it? Did you enjoy the solar eclipse? I'm excited about it. I got my glasses. Time for eyelashes. We're gonna try the new, well, it's new to me, but it's not new. Lash Out Loud Volumizing Mascara in the color Brown from e.l.f. It's been a long time since I've used a brown mascara. First things first, I got some of this liquid eyeliner. It traveled down to my eyelashes. So I feel like I gotta pull some of that off. I don't know how it got on my eyelashes. It's a rubber wand with rubber bristles. It doesn't, and maybe it's because I had some of that liquid eyeliner that traveled down to my lashes, but it seems like very challenging to separate out my lashes. But you can't tell on a first use of a mascara. You really can't. Really, on any product, it's hard to know on a very first impressions, especially when something is very different than what you've used before. But my lashes do look volumized, but I think that the brown is making it look like a much softer look, especially on my lower lash line. Kind of wish I would have curled my lashes for this. I normally don't curl my lashes, but I have some lashes that are sort of turning down right now. Speaking of first impressions or product that maybe I was wrong about. When I did my makeup declutter, I decluttered this lip pencil from NYX. This is their wooden lip pencil. I am going to sharpen this. So I saw one makeup artist that I follow on YouTube say that for these types of lip pencils, if you're having trouble with them, which was my problem, is it seemed like it was really hard to get them to transfer color onto my lip. She said heat them up with a blow dryer. So I did that, and then I really sharpened the tip, and lo and behold, now they work great. So I took them back out of my bag that I was gonna declutter, and started using it again, and now I really love them. This could have used a little hit with the blow dryer, but I don't have a blow dryer in here. This is the color mauve. So I may end up making a video about products I was wrong about. I trashed some products. Let me just finish lining my lip. I like to fill in my lip too, to give the color staying power throughout the day. Yeah, so I've trashed products and then come to love them later on after working with them longer. So you just never know. First impressions don't necessarily mean anything on YouTube. So I'm gonna pair this with an Urban Decay color. I just have a mini of this. It's the color Back Talk. Just a very cool mauve. I'm gonna top it with the Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the color Taffy. So this is the finished look. What do you think? Yes, I got a few new products, and do I regret them? No. Maybe I do regret this one. This NYX Epic Wear. I'm gonna have to play with this more. I mean, I think in the end, it looks okay, but I really prefer a very skinny felt tip. I thought that I didn't realize this was going to be a brush, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I didn't pay close enough attention. So I will have to get back to you on this. Of course, if I have any feelings about it as the day goes along, I will definitely leave it in the description box below or pin a comment to say what my thoughts are about that. Really am liking this Infallible bronzer. Probably could go a shade darker. I'm not sure what all shades they have, but I think for where my skin is right now and how fair I am right now, I think that this is a good color. NYX Micro Brow. I loved it last year. I still love it. This LA Girl, not liking this. It's way too orange for me. The Milani is much better of a shade for me, but I will continue to try to wear this. And again, I'll leave any of my comments about it below, but for now, I'm thinking it's way too orange on me as a color corrector, unfortunately. NYX Brow Glue, I like it. I like it so far. I think I do like the e.l.f. on initial use of this. I like the e.l.f. Wow Brow better, but it's okay. It's okay. We'll see. We'll see if it grows on me a little more as I continue to wear it. And the e.l.f., we'll see. Now this is something that you're just gonna have to see, whether it flakes badly throughout the day. And but I like the color. I like the volume that it's giving me, and I think it's just a much softer look for my eyelashes. So I am liking the way that this looks right now. But we'll see. If it starts flaking all over the place in a couple hours, I'm not gonna like it so much. So that's all the new products that I have. And I don't really foresee, other than some other mascaras that I did buy during the Ulta mascara sale. I have 2 more that I haven't tried yet. And you would think that I wouldn't have gone out and bought a new mascara, but none of those mascaras are brown. They're both black. So I'm just gonna wait on those to try those out later on in a couple of months. And I'm just using up all the mascaras that I have right now and not gonna buy anything else for the time being. And I'm not gonna buy any other makeup for the time being. This is it. This is it. What I have is what I have. And I'm content with what I have. Eventually, I will get the things that I want. And that's just sort of a big lesson for me in life right now, that I don't have to have everything that I want right now. And some things I may not even want a few months from now. And if there are things that I do still want a few months from now, I know that eventually I will get them. Whether it's big or small, and I'm gonna make a video about that. Maybe I'm gonna make that video next. Whether it's big or small, things do come back to you. So it's just been a really good life lesson. But anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this video. And if you liked it, give it a like. If you're not subscribed, join my community and subscribe. I'm trying to get my subscribers up to 5,000 this year. I don't know if that's possible, but I would really love to have you back and to keep building this community and encouraging each other to not spend money that we don't have and to be appreciative of the things that we have. Part of my no-buy year last year was just learning appreciation for the things that I already have, and that I'm not constantly just wanting new things and spending and accumulating and then going into a closet feeling like I have nothing to wear. So anyways, I would love to have you back. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and leave me a comment below about anything that I've talked about in this video. And I do answer all of my comments at this point since my channel is small. So if you have any questions about the products that I mentioned here, I will be happy to answer anything that I can about them. But until next time, and I tell you this every time, and the reason I say this at the end of my videos is because I'm saying it to myself. And I also want you to know that I love you and that you're doing great.